Welcome back, everybody. You may be tired of turkey and stuffing after Thanksgiving this Thursday, so Chef Kevin Belton is putting a Mexican twist on his Big Easy meal using Supreme Rice. He is joining me now in the Winn-Dixie kitchen to show us how to make a Tex-Mex beef and rice skillet. Hola, Chef!
Buenas, ¿cómo tú estás? But here's the deal. Okay, I'm doing this with beef. But if you like chicken, if you like turkey, if you have leftover turkey.
Yes,
why not? Because it's all about the flavors, okay? But something I want to talk about, okay? This recipe sautés a little onion, then sautés the ground beef. Now, of course, if you're doing turkey that's leftover or chicken that's leftover, yeah, you can saute it off a little bit, but it doesn't have to saute as long. But here's the kicker, is sauteing that rice once you saute your meat. Now, in the skillet here, I did this just because I wanted everybody to be able to see it up close, okay? A lot of times when you hear about sauteing your onions, and when you're doing a rice dish where the rice is actually cooking in the dish, is sauteing it. You see, look at the different color of this. This is the Supreme Short Grain. Medium grain. I'm using medium grain. I said short, medium grain, okay? But look at how it's toasted.
yes.
See the color it picks up?
Yes.
Because that's a layer of flavor. So a lot of times, gang, when you see recipes that are sauteing and you're cooking rice into something and they say, go ahead and put that rice in and let that rice saute in the skillet, and you're like, well, wait, there's nothing in the skillet but a little oil, a little onions and all. That's okay, because it actually starts to toast that rice. You know, our rice farmers do such a great job already.
They sure do.
Okay, and especially since they're doing Climate Smart now.
With Supreme Rice.
And gang, if you haven't heard about the Climate Smart, it's all about making our planet better.
Yes.
From irrigation to the machines and the discharge from the gases from the machines and all that. They're just doing the whole thing to make our planet better, because we grow so much rice in South Louisiana, and our families that do that are so wonderful that I always brag whenever I'm out of town. Nobody can make rice like we can.
Period.
Nobody
It's
can grow
truly
rice like we
Supreme.
can.
Okay.
That's it. So here, this just adds a different element. Now, we're doing the medium grain rice. You could do this with the short grain, you could do this with the brown rice, you could do this with the jasmine, either one. But gang, try it. If it's gonna be a dish where the rice is gonna cook in the pot, saute that rice off a little bit till it gets a little color to it. And it just, and I know you're hungry.
I'm starving.
You're doing that dance. Let me get you a little portion right quick.
Yes.
And I put some cheese on the top. I'll finish this with a little cilantro, parsley.
But there's some other ingredients in there. I'm seeing some green chilies in there.
I just want to get you
Get me
served
started,
up right quick.
And I appreciate you talking about that Climate Smart program. We have a QR code, everybody, on the screen right now. It's literally right here. You know, scan that if you want more information about that. When you support Supreme Rice, you're also supporting, hopefully, a better climate, okay?
Exactly.
Now, Chef has already made me one. You put a what, little cilantro on top?
Yes, that's what it is. Here's what I did. Once I sauteed the onions and the beef, okay? Gang, if your beef gives off a lot of oil, drain a little bit of it. I got it off to the side, then I put that rice in, and I let that rice saute. I let that rice get that toasted flavor. Once that happened, I mixed it in with the beef. I went in with some fire roasted tomatoes out of the can. I went in with some black beans that, you know, out of the can. Just rinse them and drain them, okay? I used corn. You could use frozen or fresh. I happen to have some frozen, and I use white corn in this recipe as opposed to yellow corn, but that's okay. Season it with a little bit of Creole seasoning, some cumin, a little chili powder, okay? And then I put in stock, because we make a jambalaya where the rice cooks in the flavors in the pot. Same thing here, gang. So by using that chicken stock, our rice cooked down in the pot, except instead of having Louisiana flavors, we had a more traditional Mexican type flavor to it. Now, we did this with ground meat, but who's to say, you know, once you get your rice in, you know, and you get your stock in, and you turn the fire down, let it cook. Who's to say you can't take some shrimp that already cooked and just fold them in?
Nobody.
And let it finish cooking. While the rice finishes cooking, we put the cheese on the top, lid back on. The cheese melts right on the top.
It's delicious, y'all. What I love the most is this chicken stock. It really added flavor to it. I taste the green chilies. I taste that delicious toasted medium grain rice.
And you see, and that's you know, it's all about starting with a great product, because that rice is so good. It's able to absorb the flavors that you put with it. And that's what it's all about. It's all about having complementary flavors. So these flavors are complementing. So you can even do this with the Impossible Burgers if you want.
Come on, Beyond Beef.
Saute the Impossible Burgers, and because when you saute them, they'll break up just like ground meat.
It is a delicious, big, easy weeknight meal.
Exactly.
I appreciate you, my brother. Happy Thanksgiving to you. By
Same
the way,
to
Chef
you.
Belton, I'm coming to his house. Okay, am I invited?
Sure. Of course, you're always invited.
Look, if you all want today's full recipe, head over to greatdaylouisiana.com. And for more other great recipes, log on to supremerice.com and follow them on social media as well.